Hi, so I'm not really sure how many newbie knitters we have out there. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a really quick demonstration of the Wonder Woman wrap lower triangle. In particular, I'm going to do this line right here, which is row 1, the repeat. So I can show you the make one right, make one left, wrap and turns, and all that fun stuff. Okay. So first things first, when we're going back the opposite direction, we need to knit to the marker. So here we're knitting to the marker. And then we're going to make one right. So what you do is you take your needle and pick it up through this stitch, the short legs in the front, and then you knit it through the front, just like a regular knit stitch. So that's our make one right. Then we need to slip our marker, knit one, and then make one left. So we take our needle and put it from the front to the back, and then we knit it through the back loop. That's our make one left. Then from there, we are going to knit to our previous wrap stitch. Usually you can tell where your wrap stitch is because you'll see a gap in your stitches right here. Especially when you're dealing with, I know this in particular is very dark yarn, you can use that gap between stitches as a guide. So what I like to do for my wrap and turns, and you don't need to necessarily follow this, is I like to grab this and place it up on my needle, and I like to knit mine through the back loop because when I knit through the front, I usually end up with really loose stitches, and this helps me sort of tighten those up a little bit. And then we're going to have our wrap and turn. So you take your yarn, bring it to the front, take the next stitch and place it on your right hand needle, wrap that yarn around, move it back, and turn. So here's our wrap. I'm going to take it and put it in between the stitches. So then what we need to do is knit to our marker. I'm going to try to knit quickly because I'm sure that anybody making this already knows how to knit. Knit to your marker, slip your marker, and then knit to your previously wrapped stitch, which is going to be right there. So here we are at the last wrap stitch. I'm going to pick it up, and like I said, you could knit it this way like you would knit regularly, but I personally like to knit mine through the back loop. There we go. Then bring your yarn to the front, move your stitch from your left needle to your right needle, move the yarn back in between, then move that stitch back to your left hand needle and turn. And that is the repeat for row 1 of the lower triangle.